Hello, my crafty friends. Welcome back to a brand new month for Spellbinders Clubs. Today is March 1st when I am releasing this video, and we have a month of unusual clubs. Pretty interesting, actually. So, welcome back to my channel if you have previously visited, and if you are a first-time visitor, welcome to you as well. I'm glad you're here. My name is Melanie with Melanie Smith Stamps, and just a little bit about clubs if you are unaware. This is the BetterPress Club of the month, which is what we're playing with today in this video. And I have the large die of the month here as well because we're going to be just showing it a little bit, but we'll have future videos with it. But there are actually 10 clubs to choose from Spellbinders each month. So there's lots of options from every price point. Clubs are always free shipping, which is a great deal. And they're always discounted, so clubs are at a great price anyways. There is a deluxe caboodle club, and with that deluxe caboodle club, that is receiving a 60% discount on all 10 clubs if you decide to purchase it all. With those 10 clubs, you also get a bonus club item, and this is this month's bonus club item, this cute little fairy tale castle. We're actually going to be incorporating that with our BetterPress today, which is why I had this out, because it is where I'm keeping it. I'm keeping the castle die here because it actually goes with the big die of the month, the large die, to go in place of the house that comes with the large die of the month. The large die of the month actually creates this scene here. This whole month relates to books and fairy tales and everything book related, which I find very interesting. It's awesome for teachers. It's awesome for people maybe interested in Harry Potter or literacy, or just people that love to read, which is a lot of people. So I think you'll find this club this month is very intriguing. I'm having a lot of fun with the books, and the books are running throughout, so you'll get to see that here in the upcoming videos. But the castle itself can be put here where the house is and have the woods towering over it. There's an open book right here, and then it's stacked on 3 individual books that actually one of these has an extra inlay. So you get lots of extra little pieces that go down there. And instantly, these trees and this house, the first thing I thought about was Windows with a View last month. That collection, these pieces would go perfect with that collection. So my mind's already running, guys. So anyways, that's the only reason I had that out on my desk, because we are going to play with this collection. But I did want to let you know that today is the kickoff for the preview of all of the clubs for this month. The first is always preview day. And for those current club subscribers, you have until the 5th, when billing day is, to make any changes to your club. So if there's some that you don't like, you can remove yourself from them. If there are some that you want to add or change, then do that as well. For new club subscribers, the door of opportunity will open on the 6th of the month. And I'm going to put my video right up here in the corner for anyone that would like a walkthrough of how the website works and all of the details. I have a video that walks you through everything to make it super simple. It shows you how to get out of it. It shows you how to get into it, because there's absolutely no requirements with clubs. You can cancel anytime, and they're always free shipping. So let's jump into the project. We are going to be better pressing this gorgeous die. Look at this. This press plate is a full frame, but that's not all. We have this beautiful sentiment with a die and with a coordinating frame die. I love this because it provides so many options. And my bonus card today, you are not going to want to miss, because I've done something I've not seen anyone else do with the BetterPress. So I bet you other makers do it this month, though. I just bet you. We will see. But stick around so I can show that to you. In the meantime, let's press this up in a little different way than usual. Let me get set up and I will be right back. Okay, for this first little press, we are going to take a piece of mirror card. This is with Tonic Studio, this piece here. And I'm going to go ahead and tape a couple of the corners down just to hold it in place. This is A2 in size. And we're going to put the plate down as well on the magnet and center it as best we can. I like to look at it straight on, since this is going to be the card base itself, or the card front, in other words. Okay. I love having this strong magnet grid on the front of this. Okay, so that looks really good. Now I'm going to ink this in the BetterPress black. We will just ink away until it's nice and juicy all over the ink pad or the press plate. Oh, I hear Lola running around the house. She has been such a good girl lately. She's learning lots of commands, and I swear she understands everything we say. Dogs are so incredibly smart. It's like they're little humans. I'm sure you guys understand exactly what I'm talking about, those dog lovers out there. Okay, so I'm going to get this nice, make sure everything is solid. We want a nice solid coverage. Beautiful. You know, with as much black ink as I have used, I have yet had to refill my black ink, which is amazing. I have bought all my re-inkers like a good little girl, but I have yet, well, actually a couple of my colors are getting on the really dry side, but I'm pleasantly surprised how much those little ink pads hold. All right, we'll run this through, and I'm after like a forest feel, like a mythical. Oh, look at that, guys. See if I can get the detail. It actually still indented a little bit. Have that debossed. Of course, it's not going to be as deep because this isn't BetterPress paper, or cotton paper for that matter, but it actually did a great job. Now, I'm not going to touch this because it is a glossy paper, so I'm going to let that dry for a little while. But what we'll also do the sentiment that comes in this set so you can see it as well. I'm actually not going to use the sentiment on this project today, but I wanted to actually show you the sentiment, and we'll do that while that dries. Let's see, let me grab this. I'll clean this up real quick. Super duper clean. I love this LDRS Extreme Clean Cleaner. It is my new best friend. It is a little more pricey, but I do have a 15% coupon code that you guys can use. Just putting in my name and 15, Melanie 15, gets you 15% off. So if you're in need of a really good cleanser, Extreme Clean is really good. so I got that little girl all clean. So now we will put our sentiment on here in one of the quadrants. So it's nice because you can actually do 4 sentiments. The set comes with the coordinating die and a layerable die, which I love. So I'm going to go ahead and we are going to use 2 inks by LDRS also. I wanted an ombre look, so I wanted the top of it to be a light purple, which in BetterPress we don't have, but the super, super dark one. So I wanted to play around with some lights, and hybrid inks are really good on the BetterPress. They stay wet a little longer and they come out relatively clear. I'm very happy with them. I think I went a little high with that dark though. See if we get a mix in there. Yeah, there we go. So let's press that real quick. Oh, look at there. Whoops, there we go. So yeah, it comes out really good. So now you can pop that die right on there. And actually, I have a couple of them over here that I can show you. Here are 3 that I have done previously. Here's the one that we just did, what it looks like all cut out. Here's an all purple one. And whoops, there is a 2-tone blue. And those were all done with the hybrid inks. I'll have those linked down below just in case you're interested. I'm going to go ahead and clean this up and then we'll start working on our card. Okay, I'm all cleaned up and I've got my card base put together just to save on time. And I've got our pieces from our castle all out here. So let's pull these out and we will assemble. And I will show you, there's one piece that I was stumped on, and I will show you how that goes together. Just to give you a bird's eye view of it, so to speak. We'll leave those little ones in there. So I had originally going to do this in gray, and it just kind of got lost in the background. So I have dried that, not dried it, but I let that dry with some time, and it did dry really good. It didn't smear or anything. So I was really happy about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let this gray just be a slight shadow. I think I'm just going to offset it and let it still be there, just to give us a little cast shadow. I thought that would be cute. And I went with the purples and the blues because this month in the club we get a cobalt blue hot foil with our foiling club, and we get purple wax bead for the waxing club. So I thought I would kind of stick with that on a few of the projects, and that's where I got my color inspiration from. So here's our base. I'm just going to put the card base aside. I think it'll be easier to see on the white background. And then we have our little front. Now everything card-wise, or cardstock-wise here that I'm using, except for the purple, was from the Paper Insider box that I received. Box number 1. I'm still working from it and still loving it. So let's get, I did change my glue back to my Barely Art glue. I just was not too happy with the scrapbook.com glue that I was using in my stitching video, the last video that I did. So I did switch back. It just wasn't sticking. I even had a card base come apart, and I'm not liking that, so I went ahead and switched back. There are debossed indentions in the die here that Spellbinders leaves you to tell you exactly where to line these pieces up. So it is a no-brainer in lining each of those pieces up on here. You can see that pretty well there. Now this is the piece that tricked me. When I die cut it out, I was like, where in the world does that go? And the first time I die cut it out, I just used 2 colors. And then finally, I was like, that piece has to go somewhere. So I looked at the package, and I finally realized they use 3 colors, or 4 colors actually. And it's this piece right here. Right there. So I was just stumped by it, but that's where the piece goes. I just tell you that right after I say how easy it is, right? But you know me, honest as the day is long. But I'm going to tell you because that will just relieve your headache a little bit if that you run into the same problem. If you end up getting this set, scoot it down just to get it in those notches. I love how these go together like puzzle pieces. Let's get that one in there just in case. Put that on my lid so I don't lose it. These craft stacks are becoming my go-to. That should fit right there. Like a puzzle piece. Okay. I just blotted that off a little bit on the side on a paper towel, just so we don't have a lot of squeeze out of glue there. I saw another maker doing that on a video, and it makes a world of difference. See, no glue coming out. Love that. All right, let's do this one. Come on. Come on, little guy. Do the little dots of glue will do ya. Here, I'll show you. Just tap it and place. Is that the right? Nope, it's not the right one. Got that cast shadow, so I was making sure I was lining it up properly. Oh, so cute. Now, when I left for a moment there and die cut, I also die cut the same piece out of the yellow there. And I thought to myself that maybe we might do a yellow door, but I'm not sure, so I wanted to just give us options and allow us to see if we liked it or not. So we can either leave the door as is, the lighter blue, or we can make it yellow like the windows are going to be. There's a 1 flag. Already had the main one done to make sure I liked it. This is that really pretty glitter card from that #1 Your Paper Insider box. Love this stuff. I'm going to be using that one piece of paper forever because I'm going to use it for little touches like this because it's such a pretty glitter card. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so now these each have notches at the top of these roofs, and you've got your large one here in the center. So I'm just going to put a rim of glue right there. Dab that off just a little. and it fits right on top. Now I have doubled these up, all these die cuts up. I didn't double the glitter. I've doubled the silver up, and I didn't double everything else up, I don't believe, because it is doubled up. You know, I've got this one doubled on the back, and then these are already doubled underneath. So it's this one that I doubled because of how thin the flag is. So I wanted it to be more sturdy, and I'm sitting here putting too much glue on it. It needs to just be at the bottom. Let me just tap that a little bit, and this one goes right in here, and there's a little notch there for it to fit. Man, whoever designs these is so spot on perfect. Look at the precision of that, the way it notches straight in that piece. I mean, the precision is just unreal. So then I'm going to get this last one, and we'll put it on. And we'll sit it right here. Scooch it just a little bit. There we go. There's our castle. Isn't it precious? So do we want a door? That's yellow. We can insert that. Then we're going to have this behind. So let's see. So with the door or without the door. I kind of like it with the door. Okay. So we will put the light in the door as well. Just kind of emphasizes that darker piece around the door. Okay, so now I'm going to just put this on this yellow piece. Okay, so let's turn this over and place it on our yellow. I want it to be all the way down on the bottom so the yellow doesn't show on the bottom. This is actually, let me scoot it to the center. This is actually kind of representing the moon as well as the window light. That is my envision, my thought process anyways. So, I got one more little piece. Are y'all telling me that? Are y'all speaking to the screen saying, you left one, you left one? I'm glad I had my tray there to tell me. Getting the groove here, and you're like, but it's so pretty. Yep, it fits there just like that. All right, so there. Then we bring our card base in. We'll sit it right there on our card base. Look at there. Oh, look at that specialty card. Oh, I love it. So we're going to sit that there. Let's pop it up. Here's my... Actually, let me get some of my foam here to do on this bigger part. I'm trying to get rid of this 3D foam. Grab my shears. That show from the front? Nope. Alrighty, so I'm going to cut a couple more pieces to come in here. need to be trimmed. Not if I move them over a little bit. There we go. Okay, and then I am going to put some of this foam up here a little, just to give some stability to the flags, especially that one on the top. Here, we'll put a triangle on each of those. And then we will place this right in the center of our card. You know what? I'm going to move it to the top because I think I'm going to have a glimmer sentiment on this. Like so. And then we have some stars for the sky. Off in the background here. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it like that. Usually don't go even, but I think for this one, I like it. So I'm going to go ahead and put those down with just a little drop of glue on the back of each. These have a really pretty iridescent look to them. If you saw my window with a view video, I used this paper in the bird bath. Such a pretty look. And I thought it for the stars. I didn't want a glitter. I wanted it, and I didn't want it to be yellow. I wanted it to be a white shimmer, and this was just perfect for that. So we'll just finish this off. And now I have not glimmered the sentiments yet, but I am wanting to glimmer up the sentiments from the Glimmer of the Month Club, which has kind of a one and done type of sentiment set in it, along with the main plate, which is a striped plate, like a background plate. So I will do that and add it to the card and then show the picture here at the end of the video so you can see it momentarily. So let me show you the bonus card real quick. I know I've kept you for a little while, but I wanted to show you all that. But this is my bonus card using that same press plate. This one being done in foil, this one being done on the actual BetterPress paper. Now, surprise, it is a shaker card. Check it out. Is that not the coolest thing ever? I don't know if you can hear it. Ah, I love it. So it has a cute little paper back here, and I have a little strip of it here somewhere I'm going to put on the inside, actually, of this paper. But it has a cute little paper back here with pennants, like these little pennants. And then I put the little bit of Picket Fence Studios Sequin Mix in there to coordinate. And I used a petal pink piece of paper back here to pull in the colors of everything so it would all jive. These are their loose flower flourishes from Stampin' Up. Old retired stuff, guys. I'm using my stash. And then here is one of the sentiments, like the one I pressed earlier. I wasn't planning on putting this here, but I just loved the way it brought in this purple. And there was purple in the background paper too. So I just love the way that turned out. It's so springy, and like this one is so dark and you know, kid-like and futuristic and moody and stuff. And then this one is so fresh and light and airy. So there are my two cards for today. I will be back super soon with the rest of the club videos. So I hope you've had fun today, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye, my friends.